Guys, welcome back to the Horror with your host with the most, Jenna, as always. So I am not starting the showing off my collection yet. I will start doing that tomorrow. I promise, because my sister and I have been at work to finish up a little something. Yeah. I literally just got like all the movies that I had on my old movie rack up there. I still have a buttload of room, so I've still got to like transfer a couple of other movies on there for my 5 tier. So gonna be kind of working on that for a little bit. So I'm sorry. I was really hoping to get to the movie collection today. I haven't. Please forgive me. I think you guys will forgive me. But with that being said, though, I do have to give a huge shout out to my sister Megan, because she literally was just like, she saw it and everything. She's like, all right, let's build this thing. So thank God to her, because honestly, if it weren't for her, this thing would be in like a million pieces for me getting so impatient and probably like slamming it together. So, but anyway, I will give you guys a video today. What I'm going to be talking about today is kind of what I was talking about last night about one of the upcoming videos that I wanted to do that was kind of inspired by Nightmare Maven and Star-Lord 96. Kind of back from my Q&A question from about a week ago, last week. Just kind of like the whole like being a female horror fan and everything. Because I kind of started to like talking to those two and kind of replying to those two, I kind of started to get my wheels turning a little bit. And you know, I kind of want to like elaborate more, and I just feel like, you know, overall, at least, I guess maybe this is a little more like one-sided, just kind of coming from me, but I feel like being a horror fan, definitely, like, there's no shame in being a female horror fan, or being a female whatever fan, whether you're an anime or into comics, Star Wars, whatnot, whatever it is. I'm just kind of talking from my experience from being a horror fan, a female horror fan, and you know, I have to say, like, and I feel like, you know, any female, especially young females who are starting to get into horror movies, like, go for it, because honestly, I know this isn't always the case, but when you, at least for me, when I feel like when I watch a horror movie, I mean, a lot of us know this too, like, a lot of times the protagonist is a female, and usually is a very smart female who ends up being the final girl, kind of saving the day and everything. And to me, like, I feel like that's a very strong message. Like, I know that over the years, still to this day, a lot of people will say, "Oh, it takes advantage of women, or it exploits women." Yeah, it does. It's a horror movie. I feel like women are exploited in literally every sort of avenue possible, whether it's in ads, movies, music, whatever. So yeah, I mean, there is some exploitation of women, but as is there are men too. I have to say, like, men are sometimes just as exploited as us women, but never really is mentioned. You know, but whatever. The same can be kind of said too, though, on the other hand, of what I was just saying about, you know, having those like strong final girls. Yeah, like, there have been times where there have been those strong leading final protagonist males. So I mean, this is not, you know, I'm not, you know, saying that guys are just kind of forgotten about at all. I don't want any of you to think that. A lot of what I say about like the female vantage point, quite a bit can be said for the male standpoint as well, I feel. So, like I said, I'm not trying to say, like, this only pertains to females. But yeah, but I just feel like, you know, especially for me, like, growing up, because you guys know I've been very open. I've been watching horror movies since a really early age. In some of the, movies that I like, kind of stem back from when, like, my first horror movies that I watched, like Halloween, like, look at Jamie Lee Curtis and, like, she did, a few horror movies, as we all know, became a little scream queen, kind of one of the first scream queens. Same thing with her mother and everything. But yeah, I feel like, watching a lot of those at a young age really kind of influenced me and just kind of taught me, like, hey, you know what? Be strong, be independent, be yourself, and, use your brain. Don't be afraid to be intelligent and not always necessarily follow the pack. You don't always have to fall into, like, the peer pressure of, your group of friends, especially like teenage years and stuff, early 20s and stuff, where, like, look at a lot of these movies, the cliches of who dies. Who dies? People who are having sex and smoking up and boozing up and got filthy mouths. I should be dead at this point because I've done all those things. Um, but no, but you know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. It's, don't be afraid to, like I said, kind of break off from the pack. Do your own thing. Like, honestly, like me, perfect example. I know there's a whole huge community out there. I know people can easily say, like, oh my God, no, well, you are kind of following the pack because there's so many, horror fans out there and going to these conventions and doing these videos and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, at the same time, like, yeah, but like, if you knew, like, the people, like, my sort of like immediate circle or even like my family, I'm sort of like the horror guru. Like, I'm kind of like one of the very few people who is like, or at least there's horror fans around here. I know horror fans, but people who aren't quite as, like, obsessed with them as me. Like, people will come to me and, like, ask, like, hey, do you have any recommendations for a horror movie? So it's kind of cool, we can get into discussions and stuff, but growing up, I didn't really know that many people who, were that into the horror scene and stuff. It was still a little like, but yeah, but like I said, it's, as a female, watching these movies, even people like Danielle Harris. I love Danielle Harris as an actress. Love the roles that she's in. She always has those, like, good, solid roles that she does. And I love her, like, just as the individual, Danielle Harris, because, she's really open about her life. She's very open about, she prefers to do horror movies because they're fun to do. Then it's like, why not, you got to go to work. You might as well have fun doing it, so that, and that's the other thing that, I kind of love about someone such as Danielle Harris being this female actress in horror movies and does so many horror movies, and she's open about it. She's like, yeah, I'm not ashamed to be doing these. They're fun. I love doing this stuff. So yeah, so as a female fan, hearing stuff like that with Danielle Harris and, like I said, going back to, like, Jamie Lee Curtis, her roles that she, would pick, or she would be casting in these horror movies were always kind of like these strong, independent, female role, which I love. Same thing with someone like Adrian King and Betsy Palmer from the first Friday the 13th movie, even though Betsy Palmer was the antagonist in that movie and everything, she was still a very strong, independent woman. She didn't need no man going around in that first movie killing anybody. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Only reason my man didn't come around was because her little son saw her get killed. I'm just saying. She was starting up a little family tradition there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mother knows best. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to sort of like, give my thoughts on that, basically. And like I said, this, doesn't necessarily only just pertain to us female fans. I'm not excluding my male fans out there. Because like I said, there's, I feel like males, they do definitely have their qualities, have some of the similar qualities as the female audience does. It just us females pretty much get shit on. So awesome. But anyway, you guys, I wanted to get that video in real quick. I didn't want you guys to think I was like, see ya. But like I said, tomorrow I'm planning on starting to do my movies. But till then, you guys, you have a great night. I am about to eat some dinner and get ready for WrestleMania. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm really hoping Star-Lord 96, I'm really hoping that the rumor mill isn't true and who's winning the Taker Reigns match. I'm hoping Taker wins. I'm really hoping. I am. Had to do that shout out at the end there. Sorry, guys. But anyway, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow and the rest of the week. As always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.